This thing of small, unviable political parties is not sustainable for the future of black people in South Africa. It's not sustainable at all. We can't, and the temptation as well, and I'm not characterizing the EFF, is that when you have got multiple of these, like they end up being fiefdoms of individuals. IFP, UDM kind of arrangement, what is it to achieve with that?
Shivambu wrote that President J.G. Zuma's commitment to an anti-imperialist world cannot be doubted, and he's been very consistent in resisting the West domination of the global economy and system. That's what inspired MK Party, Mkondo Wesizwe's constitution, aim and objective to contribute toward a progressive shift in the global balance of forces by strengthening institutions of the global south like BRICS, plus and all its alliances. With this context of uniting all the anti-colonial, anti-imperialist and anti-racist progressive forces in South Africa to fight for global political, economic, social, spatial, cultural knowledge, or ideology, freedom and emancipation. So this is what Floyd Shivambu wrote in his Twitter account.
When all of us can set aside our very strong egos and say, I don't have to be a member of parliament, I don't have to be a deputy president. I can come and be led by a collective, like, and be subjected to a collective and be asked to go and organize branches of MKP from scratch and not be a member at the high levels. That is the principle that we're dealing with. And that is what we're here for.
Hello, brothers and sisters in the continent and those who are in diaspora. This is Facts About Africa. So today I want to share with you this thing from their politics in South Africa, where we see a former deputy president of EFF, Floyd Shivambu, wrote this message on his X account. The question is, if Floyd Shivambu know that Jacob Zuma, he's the one who thinks to unite black race, and we remember Floyd Shivambu and president of EFF Julius Malema. These two guys are always was preaching us to uniting Africa, or they're always preaching us about the Africa that we want. They were preaching about owning land, owning means of production there in South Africa. But we take an example for South Africa. But what Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema said during they were together in EFF is what we need to see in the whole continent of Africa. I remember the speech of Joshua Mapongas before the general election in South Africa said that why Julius Malema, Floyd Shivambu, Julius Malema, Cyril Ramaphosa and Jacob Zuma, these three brothers come together. If the issue is to unite South Africans or to make South Africans and South Africa better, why don't these three brothers come together in the one room and preach or unite using with a single political party? Maponga asked that question. So now I see the real mean on what Joshua Maponga said, because according to the message of Floyd Shivambu, direct to Jacob Zuma's ideas. So why don't these three brothers now, Jacob Zuma, Shivambu and Julius Malema, come together and starting an action? Because only preaching will not get enough to the Africa or South Africa they want. Why don't they come together in a single room and make this thing happen? I know, and you know, Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu are the one who always say that Zuma must go to jail due to their political issue. I'm not concerning about that. Now Floyd Shivambu telling us that Zuma's idea is better because he think of uniting South Africans, or to make South Africa better, or to make the South Africa to what they want.
By the way, we spoke about the unification of all progressive parties with President Zuma last year, October, before the official announcement of Mkhondo's party. And I was amongst those that said that let us go and contest elections as separate political parties. We'll contest each other on the ground, but we'll come back to talk about what do we do moving forward. So the attempt for unification is not just an opportunistic one because there were electoral declines of the EFF and all of those things. It's a genuine political discussion, which all South Africans must enter into, those who are in favor of the revolution. Because revolution is the content of what we're standing for. It's not just, no, if it's me, you are betraying me. You know, some people will say, you are betraying me. Where does that enter? And you don't even once suggest that I'm betraying the revolution. I will never betray the revolution. Because we're not in the business of trying to please each other's egos here. We're in the business of building a revolutionary movement that is going to emancipate the black majority and Africans in particular, and we're unapologetic about that. That is what we stand for. And President Zuma, when he was inducting all of us yesterday, he says that we might be friends or we might think we're friends, but friendship won't apply here. If you do not do these things right, you're going to be taken care of appropriately. Some people were asking me that what is going to happen because in MKP leadership changes every week and all of those things. What if they change? I said, like, if I'm removed as national organizer, I'm going to be a member. And if I'm removed as a member, I'm going to be a volunteer and put posters even without the approval of the leadership. I'm not here for opportunistic purposes. And that is what we are all about. I think all of us, all the progressive forces, let's unite and build this movement. There is no dictatorship. There is political discussions. In all the times that we have got to interact with President Zuma, he has the patience to have political and ideological discussions to persuade people about how to move forward. He does not stand to subjectively gain anything out of that. It's not like he's subjectively going to gain anything out of it. He had said that let's unite all the progressive forces so that we can build a solid movement that will take us forward. Otherwise, the other things that are said are not worth responding to. We're going to go to the ground. Let's coexist, all of us, and then let's persuade each other. Let's build the MKP as a party which is going to take over government of South Africa. Thank you very much.
So let us think about this. And I take this to the Western countries of Africa continent, where Sahelian region, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. We all know that they existed from ECOWAS because they see ECOWAS's ideologies is controlled by French, and now they decided to move and form their alliance, which is Sahelian region, because they think that if French can do this to us and happens, why don't we do this by ourselves? That is the aim. That's why they move from ECOWAS. So take this example to there in South Africa, more than 130 and something their political parties in the same country. All these people, they want to be the president of South Africa. We don't campaigning someone to must be, maybe Julius or anyone. We don't campaigning that, but what we need to see is anyone who have the great idea, who can make this to the press that all we wishes to reach. So this is what I want to share with you, and by concluding, let me also know your thought on this issue. if Floyd Shivambu now realized that Zuma's idea is the same as what him and Julius Malema always used to say or to preach during they were together in EFF, why don't they come together and make these things happen in a time? Because this division sometimes make us late to reach the point where we want to be. So, brothers and sisters, this is issue that I want to share with you. Please let me know your thought in the comment section. Thank you.